Well, howdy, secondary families. This is Colin Mazin coming to you from the campus of the Christian School of Castle Hills, and we are so excited to welcome you to our parent orientation. We cannot wait to start this new 2023-24 school year with you and your family. I want to start and just talk a little bit about what's the same and what's changed as far as your students coming on and leaving campus each day. First and foremost, our before school care still starts at 7 o'clock in the morning. Students will just come up those outside stairs and into the Victory Gym. That is still a free service we provide for all our families as they wait for the academic day to begin. Subsequently, of course, regular drop-off starts at 7:30 when the elementary teachers are out there, and then our secondary teachers come on duty at 7:45, where they're available for tutoring for all students on campus. Likewise, I want to let you know that our academic day still starts at 8:20 in the morning, and that's when our tardy bell rings. So students, make sure you get to class on time. Parents, you'll receive a couple notification emails if your student is late to class, but otherwise we'll plan on starting the academic day as we always do with prayer and the pledges. Furthermore, of course, student drivers, approved student drivers, can drive onto campus and park in the back. They'll just need to sign that student driver form in the office. And every driver, as part of our security protocols, needs one of those Castle Hills decals on their cars, so please don't forget about that. I would encourage everyone, as you might have questions about the drop-off or pickup procedures, to see Dr. Bazar's video about those measures. But as usual, our front pickup for the afternoon will start at 3:50. Of course, we always yield to the lower students, so our middle schoolers will be picked up there, and then any high schoolers with younger students from the elementary K through 4th. And then similarly in the back, we'll take a little while longer to get out to the back after the last bell rings at 3:50, but our high school students will be back there, and then any older students with older siblings from the elementary likewise. A bit change this year is that our after-school program does have an hourly drop-in rate of $8.50 per hour, and that's K through 12th grade. Now, of course, we'll make exceptions for athletics or any clubs that are going on if the student's waiting around for that. And if there's a little time afterwards, we'll give a little grace there too. But if you're just hanging out with us, then that after-school care program is for you. Now, obviously, you've probably already seen Mr. Pinkston's email on our new security measures, so I want to always redirect you back to his address from June. But as you know, safety first for us in all things at Castle Hills. We always put our students' safety over convenience. And so, as you know, we implemented a new security door protocol. All students on the secondary side will get that lanyard, which will allow them to go in between the buildings. But we also are much more closed in terms of people coming onto campus who are not students or staff. And so if you're somebody that our office staff knows, who you've seen your face half a dozen times, and they'll let you right on in the door after you buzz in. If you're maybe a new family member or maybe a grandmother or grandpa, then we might ask you to kind of show your ID so we can make sure we're connecting you with one of our students. And any vendors that are coming on will, of course, be greeted at the door or may have meetings outside the door with appropriate Castle Hills staff. Approved visitors need to make sure that they know that they can come in and see their students on chapel days or for lunch. We can encourage that. In fact, one of the things that we've heard from our families is we want to invite more of y'all to come onto campus. We just make sure that anyone who's interacting with our students or serving with our students as a volunteer fills out that background check so the right people are on campus around our young men and young ladies. Now, there are a couple new initiatives that I wanted to let you know about for this coming year ahead. First and foremost, we've got a series of new classes that we're offering. We've expanded our STEM offerings. We've increased the number of art classes as we continue to grow as a school. And similar, we've expanded more of our dual credit offerings down into the 9th and 10th grade in the languages and Bible. So that's something to look forward to. Likewise, chapels. We've expanded our chapels in the sense that we're moving back to Wednesdays with the elementary, and we'll will have a unique middle school and high school chapel every week this year. So middle school students and high school students will be experiencing or are engaged in worship and hearing messages that are specifically tailored to them. And then likewise, for our student activities, we want to continue to expand our offerings there, especially in the middle school for the National Junior Honor Society and other leadership initiatives. And so we'll be blocking out some significant time every week for our student organizations to meet so we can continue to foster not only community but student leadership. Now, a big highlight for the fall semester, of course, is our secondary retreat. And so likewise, want to make sure you've got those dates in your calendar. We will be leaving campus here 7th through 11th grade on August 31st and coming back on September 1st. Seniors, of course, go up a little bit early that Wednesday. The cost of retreat, like last year, will be billed directly to your fax account, if not paid separately. We do that for convenience of our families. And then similarly, want to make sure that everyone pays attention and packs just what is on the packing form, and we'll make sure everyone, families, filled out that indemnification form so that we can have a fun and incredible spiritual encounter with God over those 2 days. Just a couple things to look ahead to. I know we had some big summer dates that everyone got to enjoy. So obviously our campus was closed July 3rd through the 6th, and we had an open house for new families on the 16th. We also took students to the Global Leadership Summit under the direction of Ms. Covarubia. And so really enjoyed that time with those students, learning some great leadership lessons. On August 4th, our teachers have of course returned to campus. And similarly, we've got our back to school bash for students on the 14th. That's the Monday before school starts there at the Rollercade. Be sure to mark that on your calendars if it has not already passed so you can take part in that as well. And then of course tonight, August 17th is our parent orientation. Students, in just a little bit, you're going to get to go around and greet your teachers and hear a little bit about your classes. But I want to make sure everyone comes back tomorrow for our 7th grade boot camp. That's for our incoming 7th grade families, and our student council meet and greet to set up your lockers, eat some really good food, make that class banner, and just really start the year out on a great footing. Our first day of school, of course, is Tuesday, August 22nd. Don't want anyone to miss that. And students, be paying attention to those summer deadlines for your reading and for math and maybe your dual credit classes. So don't forget about that. The very next day, August 23rd, will be our first day for elementary and our first hot lunch. So secondary students will need to bring their own lunch on the 22nd. We also have some more dates coming up in the first 2 weeks. We, of course, have already talked about the seniors leaving on the spiritual retreat, and then everyone likewise leaving out early on the 31st and coming back on the 1st. I do want to make sure that everyone's aware that our first chapel day with chapel dress will be on September 6th. And we've moved actually our pizza and ice cream days to Fridays this year, along with our spirit dress day. So that's going to make it a lot more convenient for students and hopefully a lot fewer accidents on any chapel uniforms. Now, I want everyone to know that we are here to serve you, not only in this summer, but in this coming fall as well. And so just a quick reminder how to get a hold of us. The office is open every school day from 7:45 to 4:15, a little shorter hours in the summer, but always contact that secondary helpline if you should need anything. Mr. Garcia, Mr. Pinks, and I are all copied on that, and we'll get you a quick response back just as soon as we can. And then I also, of course, want to share my cell phone number with you, our school family. So if anything comes up over the night or weekends, you can, of course, reach out to Mr. Masson. Now, tonight at parent orientation, you're going to hear a lot about schedule changes and yearbook and athletics and panoramic picture and conservatory. So just know that we're going to give you everything you need to have a wonderful 2023-24 school year, and we appreciate y'all spending this evening with us. So once again, thank you so much. It's going to be a great year ahead, and we know that the Lord's best for this school is yet to come. Thanks so much, and we'll talk with you soon.